Before we wrap up here, let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077. It is the top-selling game on Steam. It has like 1 million concurrent players pretty much at any time over the past week or so. It's been 22 months since the game launched, so that's almost 2 years here. I think. So a lot of people are saying, hey, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is the Netflix anime that just came out, has inspired a lot of people to get really into this again because apparently it's very good. Haven't watched it yet. I might, based on the fact that people are saying how good this game is.
Wait, how good?
I'm sorry. How good this show is. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's not 1 million concurrent players. It's over 100,000, which is significant for a video game that is 2 months old and not a live service game. 2 years old and not a live service game. And also, they recently announced their first DLC that's coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X, which is Johnny Silverhand's coming back. It's story DLC stuff. What is that?
This is my hand.
Oh, your silver hand. I like that.
Yeah, I just didn't. Maybe I'll go back and edit my hand to be silver.
I like that. Good luck. Tell me how you did it. So yeah, this game is coming back in a major way, which seems kind of cool because you can get it probably for pretty cheap at the moment, and it seems like it's finished now, or at least in a state that is like acceptable and playable. Well, how do you take that?
I think it shows the power of Netflix or TV shows, that like a good TV show is going to supersede an average game. And if you have a good TV show mixed with a game that's good, I think it's even a better situation for that game. And I think Cyberpunk is a good game. I think the problem with Cyberpunk is the fact that it was put out in the wild when it wasn't finished. And now the narrative behind Cyberpunk is that it was a horrible game and you shouldn't play it. And now people are starting to see like, oh, let me check this game out. Oh, it's actually good. It's working. It's running. I actually like this game. Now it's a good game again. And like, I think that's cool. It's hard though to excuse this because I still think the context of how it was released was horrible, predatory, and problematic. Yeah. And speaking of Neil Druckmann talking about that eventually this leak will be a footnote in the story, the launch of Cyberpunk eventually might be a footnote in the story, where I do not think this should be a footnote. This needs to be something that is like, hey, CD Projekt Red, you were horrible by doing this.
Justin, you like same brain. I like. Here's the crazy thing about all of this, right? Like, what a story about Cyberpunk, right? It comes out, it's the most hyped game of all time. It was announced in 2012 when I was a freshman in high school, and it came out in 2020 when I had graduated college. What a story, right? And development was fraught, and the release was terrible, and now here it is 2 years later, and it's a huge smash hit, right? It's a new No Man's Sky, which means that CD Projekt Red sees this and probably goes, we did nothing wrong. We made a lot of fucking money, and we did nothing wrong. There's nothing incentivizing them because of this, I think, to fix literally anything about their practices, whether that is in their marketing, whether that is in their development for their employees. I look at this and I go, oh, I'm glad that this game is good, like in a playable state in a way that people are enjoying and that people can go in and play it. Because even though we came down pretty hard on it when it came out, and I think most of those criticisms still hold up, I didn't hate it. I think it's fine. And seeing all this, to be honest, does make me interested in going back and replaying it and maybe choosing different things, right? But it is one of those things where I'm just like, I think the repercussions of this are not what maybe most people are thinking of.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, you speak with your wallet, and people say that all the time, but consumers have such a short memory about certain things. And this is another one of those situations where people just have a short memory and they forgot about it. And I'm glad that this Edge Runner show is good. Mm-hmm. Like I never wished for like a product to be bad.
No, of course
I'm
not.
glad that people are enjoying Cyberpunk. I have no ill will against CD Projekt Red, but it just makes me wonder if they're gonna like their next game, is it gonna be the same stuff again? I can't trust them as a company anymore until they
no, and that's
otherwise.
the thing, right? Like The Witcher's coming out next for them. We know that, and like, I'm not gonna buy that day one unless I have to for work. Right? Like,
well,
why
I'm not
would
gonna
I
pre-order it?
Right? Like, it's just so foolish. I don't know. And it just makes me feel like gross about like being excited for anything they have to say, because it's like I kind of know what you've done to your employees, and it has never been good. You know. So there you go. Congrats, though. Congrats on. And hey, this is the timeline that that some employees were sort of thinking that this game would be finished in.
So wait, like, and I understand the money thing. I get it, I'm not in charge, but like, maybe there probably is some financial consequence that they've seen, but like,
they probably saw a financial consequence in 2020 and 2021, but like now, if this game is just selling like nobody's business, and like people are saying, you got to play Cyberpunk now, it's fixed, now it's good, like. They're making money hand over fist.
Selling like hotcakes, as my grandpa would have said.
Selling like cyber cakes, as my future grandpa would say.
Oh, wow. How's that going to work?
What do you mean?